Hey guys, it's your boy Daryl, aka D-Ball, here at Cardaholics. And this video is going to be some of the pickups that I've done recently. Guys, I'm a pretty big avid eBay shopper. I've also explored Beckett Marketplace for looking for trading cards. And with blasters and packs being really hard to find, I've spent a lot more time on eBay. Been very savvy about some of the decisions I've made. Been focusing on some key rookies, a bunch of LeBrons too, so you guys are going to see some of that here. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and show off the first card here I picked up. Now this here is Fantasy Stars Optic Purple Paul George. Guys, I really do like the Optic inserts. 2019, 2020 inserts were awesome. They've done a really good job. Got some really good parallels, some really good chase, really good fire with these cards. And I got this one here for a steal in very, very good shape, I must say. Very excited about this one here. So this is my first pickup. I got this one a couple of weeks ago. Really excited about that. Been trying to get the complete set for that series. I got a couple of LeBrons, got some Anthony Davises, so pretty excited. Next card here, and you guys may be familiar with this. This is from the New Illusions line. Now, you may have seen me and Alfredo do a couple of blaster and box breaks on the last couple of videos. So this one here, I picked up through eBay. Got this one here for next to nothing. Very, very excited about this. This is the Emerald Astounding Giannis Antetokounmpo card. Got it in very good shape. Just very, very nice looking card. You know, I've looked at some of the comps online. The price ranges are varying from different prices. These are either really affordable to somewhat pricey. So I'm not really sure how the market is really seeing these cards right now. Plus, Beckett has not listed any official pricing yet on these, so only time will tell with these cards. But I think given the fact that these are pretty scarce, meaning they're not really easy to pick up as opposed to like a lot of the inserts have been in the past with Panini. I'm thinking these are going to hold some pretty decent value. So we'll see. All right, so the next couple of cards I'm going to show you guys here are, and I've been really focusing on a lot of LeBron James cards. That's just, you know, like him and MJ and Kobe Bryant, those are really the three most solid guys to really invest in. They're going to hold their value for the long term. So, you know, that's definitely the direction to go into if you're looking for long-term, good quality investments in the future. This is the, let's see, Illusions Base, number 20. I picked up a couple of these guys. With these cards here, the only thing that's really been frustrating is the condition. They're very condition sensitive here. And I'll zoom in so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Yeah, so there's a little nick there on the corner, a little one down here, and barely noticeable, but there's a little nick up here. Yeah, so these I think are going to be tough grades, to say the least. Very nice looking cards. They've got some really good parallels. Panini didn't go over the top with the parallels on these. They didn't have 30 or 40 different variations. So, you know, getting the whole rainbow out of this series is pretty attainable. Again, comps on these, Beckett has these listed at about $10. So anywhere from $4 to $10 in mint condition here. This one here should, if I grade it, should grade a 9. I did pick up a couple of these. Now, guys, these give you a little background on the Illusions. These are debuted in football back in 2017. This is the first time that Panini did the basketball line. So, you know, you can consider this a premier edition. So for the long-term investments, just to give you guys an idea, 2016 Donruss Optic, 2012 Prism, to name a few. Those premier sets now, the values have been insanely crazy with a lot of those cards. This also is LeBron's first year, or I guess not his first year, but his, you know, he's in a Laker uniform. So, you know, long term down the road, these are going to appreciate very well. So definitely worth the investment in my opinion. I'm very happy I picked these up. I got a pretty good lot for these. Again, just pennies on the dollar. This is stuff you want to look for. This is low-hanging fruit, what some of the experts out there online like to call it. All right, next card here This is the Sapphire variation of the Illusions base LeBron. Again, number 20. The parallels, guys, I think with LeBron and Lakers jerseys, I think these parallels are going to do very well. Fortunately, I'll zoom in a little bit closer so you guys can see. Not the greatest of condition. These corners and edges, they just don't fare too well. So very disappointed. But you know, it is what it is. It's to be expected with this type of paper, regular stock, black border background. You're gonna see those flaws a lot more prominently than you would any other cards. But yeah, other than that, the front of the card, the centering is really solid on these. I'm not a professional grader, but I would say, you know, maybe 9, 8.5 would be what to be expected for the grade on this one here. Low end 8.5, high end 9. But yeah, so excited about that. Got that one for a really good deal. Now the next one here you're going to look at is the Emerald variation to the LeBron James Illusions base. This one here, the condition came out really well, all things considered. Again, there's very slight chipping up here in this corner, and a little bit of chipping up here, but not as bad as the Sapphire that you guys were just looking at. So pretty pleased with that. Now, I do want to make mention here with these different variations. I'm going to put both of these up here to the camera. Let's see. They're very hard to distinguish. So that's the first thing I want to point out here. So basically here to the left we have the Emerald. I apologize. We have the Sapphire. Here in the middle we have the base, and then here to the right we have the Emerald. They're very hard to distinguish. So if you're looking for these online, you want to pay very careful attention to what you're getting. And I don't know if you guys can notice, I'm going to try to put this in the best view of the camera. There's a little glare right there. So let's just look at these two here. So to the left we have the base, and then to the right we have the Emerald. I don't know if you guys can notice, but there's a slight green tint on this card, kind of a slight green tint here. And I apologize, that halo that you guys are seeing around here, that's the card saver that's kind of glaring out on this here, but I don't know if you can make that out or not. The card on the right is the Emerald. It's got a slight green tint. So if you're looking for this online, just make sure you're able to see that tint. And then this one here, the more common Sapphire, this one's a little bit easier to distinguish. As you can see here, you've kind of got the black hollow foil background, whereas the regular base has that silver hollow foil. And then this one here to the right, I think you guys can see that green tint a little bit better. So the variation is a little bit hard to distinguish. There's another variation LeBron that I'm going to pick up in the next couple of days, about a week or so, that I plan to showcase on here, and I'll put all of these different variations in view so you guys can kind of get a good idea on kind of what these cards look like. Now, when we flip them over, there's nothing that distinguishes them. There's no distinguishing characteristics, if you will. Prism cards, they'll let you know, they'll prism here, they'll stamp that on the back of the card. If it's a short print, you'll have a serial number. A lot of the ones that are serial numbered, obviously they're going to probably be on the back or the front. So the serial number ones are going to be easier to distinguish, but these, you really can't tell. So when you flip the back over, they all look like the same card. It's only on the front is where you can tell the difference. And again, it's a very slight difference. You really have to pay attention to what you're looking at when you pick these cards up. Another thing here, the lettering on the base is gold, and then on the variations, we've got a silver lettering on LeBron's name. So that's another thing that you can look at when you're trying to find these cards. I picked these up very early in the game. I think these are going to pick up in price later down the road. Again, this Premier Edition Illusions basketball. I highly recommend you guys get a couple of copies of these, stash these away, and just kind of see what happens. This series kind of reminds me of the 2017 Essentials basketball, kind of like a throwback to Fleer Showcase, if you will, in the 90s. I love the Essentials basketball. I'm a very, very big fan of this one here. I really like the professional, clean, just, you know, holofoil look to these cars. They're simply beautiful guys. My only knock is, you know, they're very condition sensitive. So that's the only thing that really is disappointing about these. But other than that, these are my favorite cards. And the last card here that I'm gonna show off before I end the video is gonna be this one here. This is 2019 Hoops. This is not a new product by any means. This has been out for nearly a year. This is the blue base parallel of LeBron James. Now, I'm happy that I picked this card up for two reasons. The first reason, this is the first Hoops card that has LeBron pictured in a Lakers jersey. If you guys have been keeping up, a lot of the cards that have LeBron pictured in his Lakers jersey have upticked in value. A lot of his base and parallel cards have seen steady increases. The second reason why I'm happy at getting this card is the condition of this card is it's a very good shape, guys. The thing with the Hoops cards, you really get to, I guess, rather the flaws in these are the edges and the corners. But as you can see here, guys, this is very, very, I mean, very good shape. So I'm very excited about this. This one should definitely, in my opinion, grade a 9. I'd like to say it would grade a 10, but I do see some slight imperfections. I'll zoom in here. I'll show you a little bit of chipping. Now, I don't know how PSA is going to take that into consideration. And then I'll zoom in here. It's very hard to distinguish, but there's a little bit of white chipping. I mean, the slightest. And then here in this left corner, the slightest of white chipping as well. And then this bottom right corner, it looks pretty clean. So, you know, depending on how particular the grader is going to be, I would say safe bet 9. There is a slight chance I can get a 10 out of this, but it'd be a slight stretch. It just depends on how picky the grader is if I decide to get this graded, which I plan to. Yeah, guys, I really got this for a good deal. Yeah, it's a toss-up when you buy cars on eBay. You never know what you're going to get. You never know if you're going to get, you know, something good or if it's just a dinged-up car that somebody's trying to sell. But I did a very, very good job in picking that one up, so I'm very, very satisfied about that. These are my really key pickups, and you guys can see down here at the bottom, you can kind of really see the different color variations really well. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys. Very excited. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Please subscribe, so hit that subscribe button on your YouTube channel. Give us a like. Me and my friend Alfredo, we're gonna have some more breaks, some more kind of market stuff that we're gonna be adding to the video in the very, very near future. Guys, stay safe out there, and happy collecting.